Hi guys, it's Nancy, and I am back with some more cards from the Christmas release over at Spellbinders. And here I have some bits and bobs of things left over. I have this leftover background piece. I did gold ink on the embossing folder, and so I have an extra piece of that here, so I thought that would be a really pretty background. And I wanted to cut out the poinsettia from the delightful release from Yana Smakula. So I have that here. I have some Spellbinders white liner double adhesive tape. I have some red cardstock, and I have Spellbinders mirror gold cardstock. So these are all at Spellbinders. And then I have some leftover Glimmer sentiments that we will incorporate into our sentiments once we're done here putting the card together. So I was thinking, if I take this background piece and I cut out the double-sided tape, and we use that to hold down our pieces, and then we'll cut out the poinsettia out of gold and red and do the paper piercing, just like I did in the other video. So let's bring in our platinum. The other thing I've been playing with that you guys have been asking me about is the Scrapbook.com Magic Mat, and it's been working. So I think it just wasn't working because I was using it in my Gemini. So what it does is it replaces, one of your cutting mats. So I have Platform A, Platform B, the Scrapbook.com Magic Mat as the cutting mat, and then one clear cutting plate, okay? And so you can see I've been using it a few times. And from my understanding is if it warps, you just take a heat tool to it. But it's supposed to cut everything a lot cleaner and smoother. So the first thing I'm going to cut here is this adhesive. And that's just with the outline shape. Okay, so that does look like it went all the way through. Nice and clean, okay. Then we're going to cut, I really need two pieces. I might have to bring another piece of gold in. Okay, plenty of gold. So I wanted this gold as a frame. We'll see, we might be okay. Oh, and that definitely cut all the way through. All right. Okay, now I need to carefully move this so that I don't lose any of the pieces. Grab one of my little, I gotta tell you, these little organization trays have come in handy. They're right there on my desk, and when I'm doing all this die cutting, and here I'm just kind of flexing the mat so you can see all the dies kind of pop off, because I kind of want this to slide off as intact as possible. That's actually pretty good right there. Okay, so we're going to put that aside. All right, and then we're going to cut one more out of the red. So this will be a red and gold poinsettia. I was going to do it out of cream cardstock, but I am waiting for my cream cardstock order to come in. It hasn't come in yet. But use what you have. All right, so now it's just a matter of assembling all of these pieces. Same thing, going to kind of slide this off the mat so everything stays intact. Oh, it didn't cut all the way through. Okay, let's do that one again. Okay, let's try that again. It is still lined up, but it didn't cut through in the center. Might have to add, let's do like a half a paper shim just to give it a little bit more pressure. And I'm going to back and forth roll it as I should have done, because knowing it's an intricate die. That Spellbinders paper is pretty thick. That's like 100-pound cardstock. So, okay. I'm going to use this paper to flip everything over. Okay, I think we're okay now. All right, so just remember on intricate dies, run it through a couple times. All right, so now it's just a matter of assembling. And I think having this double-sided sticky tape will help. I'm actually going to use this as a template. Okay, so we've got our red and our gold. And I'm going to leave the bottom layer of the tape and pull the top layer of the tape. And this is very, very super sticky, permanent adhesive. And I'm just going to kind of lay it in there as a guide. I don't want it sticking to that paper. I just want it there as a guide. Stuck to my finger. Okay. There we go. All right, and I'm going to start with the outline of the gold. So I'm basically going to pop out all of those floral pieces and just kind of leave them where they are. We will use them again, but I want them in that same position. We're pretty close to that position. Enough that I can piece it back together. Okay, so that's the part of the gold that I wanted. So all the little pieces are gold. The floral outline is gold. And we're going to carefully put this into place. Now I realize there is going to be a little bit of a sticky border. I did think about that. And I do have a solution for that as well. So just hold on a second. All right, so now this is sticky. We have the frame, and now it's just piecing the puzzle together. So same thing. With our floral image. To pop that out. Hopefully it cut all the way through this time. Very intricate piece right there. Might need the scissors for that. All right, so let's just start adding our florals in. I have it upside down. I want to make sure I'm putting everything in the right order. Okay, and then I'm just going to grab my tweezers or my little jewel picker tool, whatever you have. And because we use double-sided tape, this is automatically going to stick into place. Oops. That one's off alignment a little bit. This is going together much more easy than the first time I did this. Okay, we've got all our pieces in. I'm going to grab the gold center from over here. Okay, so now my poinsettia is done. My background is done. Okay, I am going to fix the sticky parts. We'll fix that in a second. Let's pick a sentiment. I already have them glimmered. I just need to die cut the one that I want. And I did these on the Santa card, so you'll check the Santa card to see how I glimmer these. So I have Happy Holidays, Joy to One and All, Warm Wishes, and Making Spirits Bright. So let's see which one's going to fit on here. I think Happy Holidays. Now I wish they were glimmered in gold instead of silver, but that's okay. It's really not going to matter. Okay. And I'm going to cut the Happy out with that same red cardstock. See, I keep my extras in there so I don't have to look around if I die cut extras. Okay, so using the same red cardstock, let's die cut the word happy. And I should be able to, yes, cut it right out of the corner there, the scrap. Since that is a delicate scripty word, I am going to run that through a few times to make sure that it does cut all the way through. Oh, look at that. Clean right away. Came right out. Okay, so that is good to go. We're just going to let that dry. And now what to do with the sticky part. So some of you guys aren't going to like this answer, but glitter. Yes, it's got to be glitter. I'm going to use a white superfine glitter. You could also use embossing powder or glitter embossing powder if you don't have regular glitter. You don't need to heat it up. And we're basically going to coat this on the outside edges. And that's just to remove some of the stickiness. It'll give it a nice little finish. So we're going to coat that whole thing. I'm using a coffee filter because it makes it easy to clean up. And then we're going to take the back part of that adhesive and just kind of burnish that glitter in place. Yes, very messy. I know some of you guys aren't going to like that, but I think it's worth it to have that easy to assemble die cut. Okay, and I'm just going to take a brush and brush off any excess glitter off of my gold and red. So now we don't have any stickiness on the outside, but we have this beautiful glitter to accent that. Do not do any foiling after this because you're going to have glitter everywhere for a while. Hey, it's only once a year that we really get the glitter out, and if you're going to do it, go big, right? All right, so let's assemble everything here. Move everything out of the way. Swiffer works great to clean this up. Now remember, this adhesive is still on the back, so we're going to remove that in a second. Let's start assembling this to our card base. If I were to do this again, I would change my glimmer sentiment from silver to gold, but at this point, it is what it is. Because then everything would match with the gold, the gold, the gold. Okay, so we have that. And then we're going to decide how we want this like that. And this down here. Because it's going on a textured background, you want a lot of adhesive. Okay, that looks great. And then for the poinsettia, again, it's on double-sided adhesive already. We did not remove that protective backing. So we just want to just tap through, make sure all of our glitter is stuck into place. We don't have any sticky spots. We want to make sure all of our poinsettia flowers are in place. Look how pretty that is, you guys. That's so worth getting the glitter out. Gorgeous. Okay, and now it's just pulling this backing off. Come on. And you want to be delicate with this because, again, you just have that glitter holding the edges together. So just be careful when doing this part. Take your time. Look at that. And I'm going to put this at a little bit of an angle. That is stuck down, not going anywhere. Again, just going to use, do not use your foiling dusty brush, you guys. This is a completely different brush. Look at how pretty that is. Okay, so again, these are part of the Yana Smakula collection over at Spellbinder. It is the Delightful collection, Delightful Holiday collection, and I have the links down below for you guys. It is her embossing folder, her poinsettia, and this is the classic Glimmer Sentiments. I have the links down below. Check it out. If you have any questions, post them down below. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up before you leave. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing to my channel. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.